Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm gonna talk about wanting more than the meal plan, which is a request by Jordan. And first of all, I have never followed a meal plan because I've always recovered on my own, so I didn't work with any professionals. Because for me, I think a meal plan would have been very triggering because I ate way more than probably what a normal meal plan would have suggested. But what I think is a good idea to maybe have a very rough meal plan as a minimum, but then know that it is a minimum and you are really encouraged to eat more. So if you are working together with a professional, I am not a professional, so it's just what I feel about this situation. I would say you can take the meal plan, but see it as a minimum and definitely not feel bad if you eat more because usually those meal plans are really held to a minimum, I would say. Um, because I have seen meal plans before and I think they're rather small, especially if you have extreme hunger, then you will eat way more than a normal meal plan. So really don't feel bad if you do. Because in recovery you simply have huge hunger. It's a normal thing. Um, and so what would I recommend in terms of meal plan? I think there's this approach which I really like because it was very challenging for me to do that, which was kind of like 3 big meals and 3 big snacks a day. So have at least 6 meals and then just snack whatever you want on top of that. But really follow this guide of eating 6 times a day because it's just better for your body in recovery to get this reassurance very, very frequently that there is enough energy around and it doesn't have to be scared. But then don't feel bad if you eat 8 times or 10 times or whatever a day. That's very normal. I have no idea how often I eat right now in my life, but for sure around 6 times or more. Because in the end, a meal plan it's a good starting point if you're at the beginning of your recovery, but at some point you just need to kind of like just trust your body's signals. And at the beginning, and oftentimes even during recovery, you don't feel very hungry. So for that, like not during the whole day, you at some point feel extremely hungry and then you just binge a huge amount. So for that, it's very great if you have some type of meal plan where you make sure to eat very frequently, even though you might not feel 100% hungry. Because still, for your body, it's very important to get the frequent food intake. But yeah, so that's kind of my comment. Don't be scared about eating more than your meal plan because, as I said, I never followed one, so I don't know exactly how much it suggests eating. But I'm still very sure it's probably much less than I always ate because, yeah. um, Also, Tabitha Farrar, she always said that a meal in recovery, like a full meal, should be like a really huge pub meal. So something you would get in a local pub, that type of portion. And then for a snack, like a normal meal. So yeah. I would say just try to at least eat 6 times a day. Even if you don't feel like it, maybe make sure to eat every second hour because your body, you will notice the difference if you feed it regularly. If you keep on dragging out, like eating, oh, I'm gonna eat later, it's gonna be a lot anyway, so what does it make? What difference does it make? Yes, it does make a difference because I don't know, like this is still a type of restriction that followed me for a very long time that I always dragged out eating. I only maybe 2 months before I completely, I mean, it was around my plateau that I started realizing that this was still kind of a restriction I had, that I would always really wait until the very last minute to actually eat instead of just eating whenever it crossed my mind. So oftentimes, what does that mean? I was in my bed and I was just lazy to get out and make myself some food. And then I would think about food for 1.5 hours until I would actually be so hungry that I had to go and get food. Instead of just waking up, getting myself food, doing something, then again eating, like, it would have been much more easy and would have made more sense to just eat. But I didn't do it because I was low-key kind of scared that I would eat more than if I just waited. So yeah, try to challenge those things, that try to really wake up, eat, da-da-da, eat, da-da-da, eat, da-da-da, eat. That's the type of meal plan I support. And that's always as a minimum guideline. Or at least if you follow a meal plan, it should be very, very rough, like indicating a little bit what type of meal, but not saying this and this amount of calories, this and this amount of protein and stuff like that. That's horrible. I think this is worse than anything else you could do in eating recovery. Maybe it's okay at the beginning just to gain some weight, but if you already gained weight and you already are a little bit more conscious, don't follow meal plan. Just make sure you eat very frequently and enough. And also make sure to always challenge yourself, try new things that you're scared of, etc. Try going out of your comfort zone, eating different times, different types of foods. All of that stuff is so important, and you should never be scared of eating too much, like more than the meal plan suggests, because again, in my opinion, you should see it as a minimum guideline, not as a maximum. So yeah, I hope that could help. Bye.